Look, mate, I swear, I wasn't trying to... You were trying to touch up Eve. Well, yes, I suppose I can... To some, it might seem like that, but I swear, mate, I mean, can you really blame me? I mean, look at her, she's a very attractive woman, she's hardly wearing anything. I don't appreciate you trying to touch up my wife. To me, honey, I hate to break it to you, but your wife's kind of dead. Shut up, Genie. This is my chance to get in with the hottie of Freedom Force. All of you Freedom Force blokes this crazy... Shit, is this thing on? Welcome back, good viewer. This is the Skyrider. Just feel free to forget that. Just practicing some Freedom Force fan fiction. But you guys don't need to worry about that. So, last time we stabilized the time stream and sent our heroes back in time, Tombstone, Green Genie, and Eve, and met up with Blackjack, the pervert, the British Cockney lovable scamp hero guy from the UK. Met up with him, and he is also trying to take out the Nazi scum. And we learnt that an Italian stereotype opera singer by the name of Fortissimo is trying to burn various cultural books of great importance. We've saved the Gutenberg Bible, but we've yet to save the Summa Theologica and Shakespeare's First Folio, which of course to me, good viewer, is incredibly important. So let's roll, for we know it's in the park. Green Genie zooms along.
Time to get into trouble.
Don't let the fool reach the fire.
Okay, so...
I see some plebeians are rushing the stage. True tragedy demands a bloodshed. Back to the cheap seats with those Philistines.
You bastard. Okay, let's try this again.
He's bringing the book to the fire. Stop him.
Whee! You see, what I was trying to do there, good viewer, I was trying to, turn this guy into,
You
must be some kind of Ubermensch. I surrender.
share with some kind of Ubermensch. What I was trying to do, good viewer, is something that I will, in fact, try to show off later. Because turning these guys into vases of flowers is very useful, and it's something I haven't actually been able to show off yet.
Yes,
Something else I was going to say about Green Genie is that she's very fast. She's got a speed of either 8 or 9, I believe, which is second only to Bullet in the Freedom Force. So Genie is very fast, very useful indeed. Eve, of course, because this is the problem, good viewer. I wanted to explain about the new hero's abilities that we haven't seen yet in this game, but they were all so brilliant at dispatching the Nazi henchmen last time that I never got a chance. So Eve has various arrow attacks, including Living Arrow, which is a homing arrow, and an Acid Arrow, which is some sort of fire frost arrow, I believe. No, it's an Acid Arrow, honest. Plus some various control abilities like Binding Vines, which holds an enemy in place. I was about to say vehicle for some reason, and a Swarm of Leaves, which blinds them. Blackjack's actually pretty good. I like Blackjack. Of all of the various World War II heroes, he is my favourite. But we will meet the others later. He's got Biff for Blighty, standard melee attack, rapid fire with his gun. Piercing attack, off the cuff, a nice little acid attack, which he coats a playing card in acid and throws it at them, which is very useful. Forks Flasher, a blinding ability, and Limey Lure, a decoy ability. Not one I use often, but maybe we'll find opportunity to do it later on. So let's interrogate the Nazi scum.
Ready. I'll take that. Now, tell me where the Shakespeare is.
I'll never tell.
Rumble, rumble, sounds like trouble.
Ooh, what a foul corruption of nature.
Well, the guy didn't tell us anything. Tanks for nothing. Get it? Tanks? Oh, someone stop me. Okay, good viewer, here we have... Oh, shit, boys. Yeah, this is what I mean about Genie being very squishy. Okay, I wonder if we can blind this thing. Here we have a tank, good viewer. Weak versus energy and electricity. Resistant versus a lot of other things. Fortunately, it's not particularly accurate either. So, excellent, we can blind it. Good job, Eve. And of course, like any good tank, it's a powerful thing but very slow. Genie, get back in here and start electrocuting the bastard.
One less tank for Hitler. Now, let Let's talk to our book-burning friend again.
Yeah, so other than the tank getting off the one shot, which I suppose was punishment for my bad joke, they're fairly easy to take out, so long as you have the right tools for the job. That's one reason why Green Genie and Tombstone are so very useful, because electricity is one of the two weaknesses that a tank
ready
has.
for mischief.
Let's grab this health canister. Yes, that's Green Genie's weakness, really. She's very squishy. She's weak to crushing and mental attacks, so she can be rather easily controlled if you're not careful.
I am judge and jury.
That you are, Tombstone. Time for a little bit of execution.
Either you tell us where to find the Shakespeare, or you're next for the fire.
Herr Schmidt has it, but you will never get to him in time.
Thanks for the advice. We have an appointment with Herr Schmidt. Let's not keep him waiting.
He dodged. He dodged on top of the tank in a punch that's meant to knock him out. That, good viewer, is what I call bullshit. But oh well. Let's go and talk with Herr Schmidt. The most cliched German name that they could possibly come up with. It's like, again, the Germans are so incredibly cliched in this, because they have that typical mixture...
We are lost.
We are lost. Random civilian talking there. They have the typical thing of mixing their German with English. Like in the one of the last cutscenes, they say, "Mine eyes!" instead of "Mine Augen" or something, like, "Was ist los, Amerikaner? Fire! Fire!" And like, they'll just like use something like, they'll say, "Achtung!" and then "Get them!" and just completely mix up the two.
This quiet is unnatural.
There's the noise for you, Eve. But yes, this quiet is unnatural. Where is Fortissimo's music? Oh well, we have an appointment with Herr Schmidt. I don't like being late for
Time
appointments.
to get into trouble.
Another one of them blighters.
Another one of them blighers.
I sense
Oh
danger.
dear. I do love George Ledoux as Minuteman.
I must flee!
I also love the fact that the citizens of Berlin are just so incredibly frightened so very easily. I do love George Ledoux as Minuteman, but his Cockney... It's a bit like my friend Rachel, who is a fantastic Scottish actor, but she has quite a strong Scottish accent, and she's brilliant, but like when she tried to do an English accent, you could tell it wasn't Scottish, but you could also tell that it wasn't really... You could tell it was meant to be English, but it wasn't really that great. But then, you know, I can't really do a Scottish accent of any decent sort, so I'm not one to talk. But there we go. It doesn't matter that the accent's dodgy. He's not trying to be sort of a very realistic character. All the Freedom Force characters are heightened. But I'm sorry, Herr Schmidt, we're keeping you waiting. Baleful book bearer and friend of Fortissimo. I wish I could say
Save me! Save me!
Alright, madam. Shush now. Thank you. I wish I could say I'd put that in. A friend of Ah! Oh well.
Now we have them.
Auf Wiedersehen, mein Herr. This degenerate work will soon be nothing but ashes.
Ambush. Good.
So sad you will not be around for the grand finale.
We've got to stop them before they burn the Shakespeare.
For the sake of Gaia, I shall redouble my efforts.
Screw Gaia. The guy insulted Shakespeare. Degenerate work? Good sir, you do not insult the bard in my presence.
How
And
about
for that punishment, you will become a vase of flowers. Ah, yes. The guy became briefly hypnotized because Eve is beautiful. Okay, let's
let's have
Blackjack.
some fun?
You go grab that vase of flowers. We have a little bit of chaos going on here. Eve, back off.
Oh, you look like you
Okay,
could use
let's
a
take
laugh.
out...
Take this.
Okay, Blackjack. This is the brilliance of object lesson, good viewer. You can take the, you can transform foes into a vase of flowers and throw them anywhere you like. You won't damage them, but it's a very, very good way to get them to go where exactly you want them to go. For example, away from a fire.
Shall bring the gods wrath.
Of course you will, mate. Okay, let's drop a fork splasher in there. Good. Tombstone. You need to get Tombstone to take out the... unless you take out some sort of other flyer, you need to have Tombstone take out the ones on the roof. Okay. We're not ready to deal with you quite yet, Herr Schmidt. Back into your flowers. Back in your vase.
Going into action.
Nicely done, Tombstone. Okay, jump up there. We'll wait for the others to get their blindness out of the way.
You look like you could use more time.
There we go. Now we just need to wait for Herr Schmidt. There we go. They also fall over when you they also fall over when they turn back into normal. When they turn back to normal, which is rather funny to watch. So that's objectless and very useful, assuming they don't resist it, of course, which that last bastard henchman in the park did. Okay, Herr Schmidt, kindly hand over the greatest work in English literature.
You'll never stop Fortissimo before he burns the secret plans.
Secret plans. I will know what you know.
What does it matter if I tell you? Fortissimo comes now to burn the secret invasion plans you allied pigs have been trying to get your hands on. This gone England shall fall.
I knew this was too easy. We've got to stop that voluminous villain. If we only knew where he was.
Judging by the music, it sounds as if he's about to make an entrance.
Ah, the music has nearly reached its triumphant moment. When the music reaches crescendos, so will the cause of the excess of powers. Some honey tea for my throat. It is almost time for Fortissimo, master of music, to take the stage.
Spare us the self-aggrandizement, Giuseppe. I've had better sounds coming out of the men's loo at Paddington Station.
You dare to insult the very voice of heaven? He doesn't deserve to live to see my grand entrance.
Bollocks! There's another!
Bollocks, there's another. Oh dear. Okay, so good viewer, boss time. Here we have Fortissimo. Come on, you slowpokes.
Ooh, someone to play
Enemies
with.
stand before us.
Okay, let's play indeed, Green Genie.
Don't mind me.
Okay, time for... No, we won't sow the wind. Actually, you need to... Shh. No Latin for you, mate. Polymorph.
Have a little genie.
There's another!
There we go. Yes, that's what I did earlier, good viewer. I in the last episode that I was confused about, I transformed someone into a police officer with polymorph, which was not what I intended to do. Polymorph also transforms the enemy, but it transforms them into an ally to fight for you, which can also be pretty useful at times. So, let's go in for this. Take him out. Yeah, you run, madam. Okay, and in comes Fortissimo.
This might sting a bit. I hope you fight better than you sing.
British fool! Soon my voice shall be heard in all the theatres of London.
Right, I can hear it now. Hot dogs, get your hot dogs.
You dare interrupt my greatest performance?
Okay, Fortissimo is going to repeat himself a lot here, good viewer. And this, good viewer, is what makes, that you see now, is what makes Fortissimo, in my opinion, so deadly.
Going into action. Whoops.
Okay.
Time for the curtain to fall and a book to burn.
Not
You
this
dare
time,
interrupt
mate.
my greatest performance?
Oh, he resisted that one. Let's try it again.
Take this.
There he goes.
Genie, ready for things are gonna get messy.
Hell you.
Yes, you have failed, Legionnaire. Now, you see, this is how, good viewer, you managed to throw a fat man halfway across the street.
It's time for the curtain to fall and a book to burn.
Nah, it isn't, mate. You just have to transform into a vase of flowers. Vase? I don't know. Into a pot of flowers and chuck him backwards before he reaches the fire. Does leave some waiting time, unfortunately.
I am feeling much better.
But the reason that Green Genie is so very useful in this one, good viewer, is partly because Fortissimo can fly. He's also got a lot of health there, so that's something to watch.
I'm standing right here.
In fact, Eve, going with an acid arrow. Let's burn him. It's because of that.
You dare interrupt my greatest performance?
The rather nasty sound shield ability, a wall of sound that absorbs elemental attacks, and as you can see there, good viewer, it absorbs energy, fire, radiation, electricity, acid, and cold attacks. It's a very nasty shield, because it absorbs, which means that he will take the attacks and turn it into energy. However, the Vasa flat, the what do you call it? The thing with the thing, the mystical attacks are one of the things that it is not protecting against. That doesn't protect against even.
It is time to commence the finale.
So you can safely turn him into a vase of flowers, and he won't be able to do anything. Because if you don't have any characters that can get through that shield, then you won't be able to do any damage to him, and therefore he will just keep progressing. Keep moving forwards, because let's give it an acid arrow.
You dare interrupt my greatest performance?
So you'll see him saying things like that a lot, which indicate that he's going to. He's also got a conal sound attack, which is pretty nasty, as you see there.
Ready for travel,
It is time to commence the finale. You dare interrupt my greatest performance?
Yeah, so he'll be like, time to commence the finale, I'm going to move forward, and then someone attacks him and he's like, you dare interrupt my greatest performance? Okay.
Let's have some fun.
So, yes, this is why you need to keep him occupied, keep him occupied, otherwise he'll start attacking things.
Secret plan, the freedom fools! You dare interrupt my greatest performance?
Yes, I do. And as you can see here as well, piercing attacks are also very useful against that shield.
It's time for the curtain to fall and the book to burn. You dare interrupt my greatest performance?
Of course, Eve is also resistant to his attacks. I'm not sure exactly what that... I'm pretty sure that a lot of Fortissimo's attacks are energy-based.
To the secret plans of freedom fools.
This is all very boring. There we go. Yeah, you need to watch that cone attack with you, and that's very nasty.
Yield before Gaia's mistress.
Oh, Green Genie.
It is time to commence the finale.
Yeah, it's just, so long as you have the ability, basically with Fortissimo, so long as you have the abilities to take him out, or rather to actually damage him, even just a little bit, then you'll be fine. Oops, stop it, Tombstone. Because, as you can see here, he's got a lot of... So long as you can burst through this shield, then you'll be fine. And it's just a case of whittling him down, because as you can see, we've got him down from like 300 to 16 HP there. And that's basically the way to deal with Fortissimo, good viewer. Sorry, I'm just pausing this because I know the heroes will take him out before I've had a chance to explain. Yeah, that's basically the way you take him out. Just be sure you have the right sort of attacks, something that isn't one of those, basically. Of course, direct attacks, like Green Genie's Static Zap, will be able to get through, because direct attacks will always hit the enemy regardless of health.
I still
shields.
have to take a curtain call.
The curtain has gone down on this fool for good.
I never did like opera. And that, good viewer, is the end of the Voice of Doom. Shame that we only got to see Fortissimo the once, but he's still a good character. Okay, so yes, we've saved the day. Freedom Force has saved the day yet again. Excellent. But yeah, that's basically the trick to dealing with Fortissimo, good viewer. Just so long as you can control him, that's the important thing. So, object lesson to turn him into the flowers and throw him across the other side of the street. That's how you throw a 400-pound tenor right over to the other side of the map, or however heavy he is. But yes, there he goes, good viewer. And we also took down the 5 Legionnaires, the 17 Riflemen, and the tank with our electrical powers of doom. Excellent, yes. But, good viewer, this is only the beginning, because we still have to track down Charles Wilson, aka Blitzkrieg, and put a stop to his evil plans. But that is the first mission of the second portion of the game, good viewer. Very, very interesting indeed. But we shall meet some more interesting characters later on. This is only the start of the characters that we've yet to meet, including one of my favourite villains in Freedom Force. But we shall see who that is later on. Yes, no damage, and all the prestige we could want. Well, not that we could want, but that we could get. Speaking of prestige, good viewer, I forgot to mention, 2 episodes ago, when I said I'd recruit a new hero, I recruited our friend Microwave. Freedom Force's favourite household appliance. The robot from the future with many radiation-based attacks. But we shall see him another time. Possibly next time. I'm not sure. I can't remember which mission's next. We'll have a look, though. So, yes, that is the voice of Doom, good viewer. Like I said, never did like opera. It's never been my thing. But fortunately, we'll never have to hear his voice of Doom again. That is at least what it would appear to be. But then if Freedom Force is anything, good viewer, it's not what it appears to be. And I'm going to stop leaving cryptic and enigmatic hints, good viewer, and I'll bid you farewell. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Skyrider. Farewell until we meet again.